So hello everyone, welcome back. Today we're taking a look at this Chinook HC Mark I, British version of the Chinook from Revell and 1/48 scale. This might take a little longer. It looks like a big kit, or they put a few parts in a big box. I don't know. I know that the fuselage will be pretty big though, I think. So we'll go through the instructions quick first. I think I've been able to in the last videos I've been able to get through them quicker. I hope that helps a little bit. Don't want to. So our normal old Revell stuff with all this info on the front that probably nobody ever reads. So here's our paint chart. Won't go over that because I don't really. The colors that they always ask for are not always right. I do my own research and pick my colors, and usually don't mix like this. They always want to mix stuff. I try to find one color, so if I need to redo it later, or if I need to buy another one or whatever, it's easier that way. So here's our parts tree, parts map. Looks like we have 5 sprues of plastic. It's in an olive green. Also 1 sprue of clear plastic. These instructions look kind of small. So we have you see. So we see here, we start by number 1. We have to drill a bunch of holes in the bottom of the fuselage, or of this this rear compartment here. And then number 2, we're painting it up. Also a decal here to put on. Number 3, we're working on internal parts. This looks like one of the this looks like one of the bulkheads, and it has a bunch of details around it. Same here, parts of the internal parts, maybe lockers or something, radios, something like that. Number 4, putting a couple small parts here and there. Number 5, it looks like this is part, a radio. I'm not really sure exactly where this goes yet, but it looks like part of, a hatch here to go through. So it has to be part of a bulkhead. Number 6 here, we're putting the parts here into the cargo area, or the floor. Number 7 here, we have the mount for the seats. Number 8, we're putting the seats on, seat times 2. Number 9, we're putting the control sticks and stuff in the seats into the cockpit. Number 10 looks like we have the pedals here. A couple other small detail parts as well. Number 11 here, we have the instrument panel. Number 12 here, we have another piece that goes underneath the instrument panel there. Looks like some more controls. Now we're moving here to the back of this floor piece with a couple parts. Number 14, number 15, number 16, we're building seats, troop seats for the back. Number 18, we have here the fuselage. Looks like a bunch of pieces we got to cut off of it. I don't really like stuff like that. Number 19, we have detail painting on these internal walls. 2021, the same thing. We have detail parts and stuff here for these internal walls. Those are all decals to put on them. This is actually the fuselage halves. You see 22, we're putting them on, taping them together. '23, we have the top of the fuselage. Have a little painting to do there. And this part's a light to put here in the back. When we put that on. 25, we have some more holes to make into the sides here. Well, these are like the internal walls of the fuselage, all 3 of them. Because here on 26 you see we have the outside part of it. Also more stuff to cut off here. Holes to drill. Here we have a door and the windows. Same thing on the other side. Door and windows. Here, number 28, we're doing the main rotor here. Both rotors. Here we have both rotors. In 29, we're putting the sides of the fuselage on. Number 30, we have the, looks like a, number 30, we have this back piece here, the back of this rotor piece. Number 31, we have the tail ramp. Also in 32, putting the tail ramp on. So you have open or closed, it looks like. Now we'll work on the bottom part of the fuselage here. More holes to drill. Holes to drill, lots of them. And something to take off here. 35, more holes to drill. 36, we're putting the bottom of the fuselage in. Here 37, we're building the engine. Looks like the left side engine. This is also a part to it, this piece that goes on the front. 40, 41, we're doing it for the other side, putting it on. 43, we're putting the nose on. 44, we have here the nose part here on the bottom. 45, we have our crane and the hatch here. 46, a few detail parts. 47, we have the sub-assembly. I'm not sure what it is yet. So 48, we're building wheels together. And here we have putting the wheels on. All the landing gear. Here's 47. It looks like a spotlight. Yeah, it's a spotlight for the front. Then we have our instruments here. 51, we have some external detail here. Looks like some kind of hatch. A bar. And a hook. A light as well. 52, we have some more instruments to put in here. 53, we're building some internal detail here, external detail here. 55, we have more instruments here, some windshield wipers, more external detail. Here we have our lower part of the door here in the front, as well as this the winch. Number 60, we're building these covers for the intakes. We have this black netting to do for that. I find it's sometimes the black netting is kind of hard to get on there without getting glue all over the place. It dries kind of funny. And 61, we're putting them on. 62, we have the front part of this rotor in the back. Looks like it can be open or closed. And that's all this here. '67, we have more of the tail ramp here to build. Either down or up. Number 70, we have, I don't know what those are for, but they go here all along the side. They stick out from the sides there. 71, 72, we're building a rotor. 74, we're putting it on. And 73, well, yeah, you see, we're building the rotors and putting them on. So what do we have here? We have two versions. This is Chinook HC1 there. So here we have our common decals for the two versions that we can build. And here's our two versions. This is Number 18 Squadron 75th Anniversary Scheme. Royal Air Force, Gütersloh, Germany, July 1990. This is also one of number 7 Squadron from the 75th Anniversary Scheme. Royal Air Force, Oldham, UK, 1989. There's 2 different camouflage patterns. The same colors though. I might like this one better though. It has the 75th stuff here. This one is just all camouflage. So, a large instruction sheet. There's a lot to do on this kit. The question is, it's pretty big. Where would you put it? I have to hang it up somewhere. So here we have our one very large decal sheet. I think they look good. I can't say really. This is for the one version with the 75th Anniversary Edition stuff on the top. The other one's just a normal camouflage version, it looks like. You see we have our roundels. Not really sure. This is probably for the floor inside or something. We've got a Royal Air Force. We have decals for our instrument panels. A bunch of stuff like emergency exit and stuff here. I think they look good and the color looks good. I had this in my... You see it got bent a little bit because my my book's not big enough. Cause I got them all in a book so they don't have to stay outside in the weather. So here we have sprue A. We have a lot of our big parts on there. There's a floor. You can see it has some nice detail there. This is also the cockpit floor here. There's probably some stuff missing there on the bottom. Hopefully most of it's taken up when we put the details in it. We also have our inside walls here. You see it has some really nice texturing put to it, but in this front part, well, you see there's like cables and stuff running through there. So that's really some really good detail they added. And these are all the parts you got to cut out, those crosses there. Also here, nice texture. Same thing here. Also have our engine parts here. See there's absolutely no detail for the insides or anything, but you're not going to really see it anyways. Here are also some of the internal parts there, some detail on it. So here we have sprue B. We see our fuselage halves. I was thinking this was going to be a little bit bigger than that. I was thinking more along the size of maybe like this, maybe longer. But okay, it's not actually much bigger than a. Actually, the hind is bigger, longer, I think. Let's look. I got it right here. The hind is, yes, the hind is bigger. I wouldn't have thought. I thought the Chinook was bigger. Unless the scale's not right. I don't know. Now let's look at the detail here. We have some nice engraved detail on the fuselage here. Also on all the external parts looks pretty nice. The rotors are there. They look okay too. Don't see any big pin marks like you get sometimes. This is the part that goes there by the rotor on the tail. Looks good too. Nice external detail. Of course, we're not going to have any internal detail here because internal details on the other parts. But here we see on the bottom of the rotors, it's pretty plain. Nothing much to see. But of course, the propellers go there too. So, yeah. Here also you can see one of the seats. That looks pretty good, I think. So here we have tree C. This is the clear parts. You can see all of the portholes. I say portholes, they look like portholes kind of, with the windows. We also have domed windows and our main front piece, which is all glass pretty much, with a big framing. And the framing looks pretty good, I think. And this isn't all that thick, really. I've seen much thicker come from Revell before. So the clear parts look good, I think. So we have this one piece of black netting for the intakes. This is our sprue D. It's in 2 parts, or it's 2 sprues. Yeah, it's 2 sprues, both D. We have our wheels and our seats. Well, a bunch of the detail parts. Also a loose part here. That one goes over here somewhere. Take a look here. The wheels look pretty plain. There's no stuff on them. No treads. The seats look good though, I think. The benches. Looks like this wheels might need a little cleanup though. Or they have some kind of mark on them. It doesn't need cleanup. There's a mark here on all of them. Another seat there too. So here's our last sprue, sprue D. See, we have the rotor blades. They're pretty big, pretty thick. Also, our winch is there. Parts to the intake and stuff, I think. Is that part of the winch too? A bunch of our small details that go on the outside too. The rotors seem, I don't know. I think there should be like a line here, shouldn't there? See on this side, you know. But here, the mechanisms here on the end look good though. So all in all, I think this kit looks pretty good. There might be a little bit missing on the cockpit floor. I also have a couple detail kits for it. 2 photo etch sprues from Eduard that I can use for extra detail on it. All in all, I would say it's a good kit to build if you want a kit of a Chinook. I think there's also a US version from Revell. It's just some different parts in it. So thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe. And next time we're taking a look at this German destroyer Z-43 from 1944 in 1/700 scale from Trumpeter. Until then, take it easy, everybody.